From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wheels America Cup Series Championship race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 3 drivers are heading to one goal. Up in the booth with me, it is once again Simon Grills. What's going on, Simon? How are you doing? How's your week been in preparation for this championship race?
It's been great, besides you butchering my name right there, but I'm happy to be here, excited to be in the booth again. Looking forward to finishing off this Cup Series. Should be some really good racing action. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so am I. And the reason why I sounded like I was butchering and rushing right there is because I hit the wrong preset button, which brought us right into the event. And to start this event, we are going straight to the league owner, Steve Tucker's voice, in the booth. Before he hits the track tonight, it is the driver of the number 24 and league owner of the Wheels America Cup Series and Arrow. Steve, take it away, pal.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Another successful season with the Wheels America Cup Series, and a lot of stuff is transpiring for season number 3, which is starting in just about little over a month.
About a month, yeah. It's crazy. It's a great turnover time. Obviously, we'll use that time for recruitment and for, changing the rule book and updating it and whatnot. Just, learning from our mistakes maybe and what we can implement or change from this season, and obviously move it into next season, just to provide more competition, better racing product, and just the whole thing. So. But yeah, as far as this race today, it's kind of crazy how fast it's already come, man. But yeah, New Hampshire, obviously my home track, so a little biased there as far as why this is the finale. But yeah, it's honestly a great season. I mean, as far as like in comparison to season 1, we've had great growth, great races for sure. Learned a lot, to be honest. A lot of things that will transfer over into season 3, and we've had some good narratives, good things going on. So I'm really excited that. This race is here, and we're going to crown a champion today. Just for the viewers out there and kind of just to summarize, obviously with our format, we do stick to kind of NASCAR rules, essentially, where this is a championship race. So normally we would have, 4 drivers vying for the championship, right? To playoff format and whatnot. Unfortunately, our 4th contender, Frankie Barroso, can't be here today. He actually is on his way to a funeral, from what I understand. So very obviously bad news for him, but definitely thoughts and prayers are with him for his, I believe his friend or whatnot, or family member. So definitely hard to see and unfortunate timing as far as his championship bid. We all know how competitive and how fast he is. So he'll be sorely missed today. But with that news, obviously we have 3 other guys who are going for the championship. We didn't really find that it was fair to maybe move, 5th place, into the final 4, obviously, because they didn't really earn it, right? So it just made sense to leave it the way it is right here, and I think that's I think it's the right call, and we're gonna crown a champion out of 3 guys. So it's Johnathan Wright, Mitch Diamond, and Jeff Tetro. So it's gonna be a good time. They're all teammates. So it's going to be really cool to see how they behave around each other, maybe some team drama per se, and we'll see. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. It's the second year in a row that we're coming up to Loudon, New Hampshire for the championship event. Last year, Matt Smith won on a final caution. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen tonight. You have 150 laps broken up just a little bit with the two stages, and those are, as it pulls up, stage 40 and stage 90 with one green, white checkered. Well, we're going to let you go get ready for your driver's meeting. If you wouldn't mind telling both Wright, Tetro, and Diamond that we will pull them all at the same time right after your driver's meeting. So if you could let me know when that's finished, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely. A couple more things too. Just wanted to mention, I didn't mention real quick before, but I apologize. A couple things for season 3 that we'll be introducing is we're actually making a truck series, the Flem Dogs truck series that'll be pretty much running alongside of season 3 on Tuesdays. So if anybody is interested in that, obviously we'll be recruiting essentially right after this race today. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then a lot of good things are coming to season 3. As far as we're going to have a couple of Dash for Cash races in the regular season. That'll be fun. If you watch Xfinity Series races, you kind of know how that works out. We'll be introducing an all-star race with a pretty fun format, elimination style, which will have a cash prize at the end for the top 3. Bigger, longer schedule, bigger playoff format, more drivers. We're going from top 12 to top 16. And then we're introducing what we call the contender playoffs. So that's basically going to be for the 16 drivers who don't qualify for the championship 16 drivers. So it'll be kind of a little championship within itself for essentially the mid-pack guys or whatnot. And I think that'll spice up the playoffs a bit more in the mid-pack. And it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. But guys, thank you so much for broadcasting. You guys have been fantastic, and hopefully today we put on a show.
Yeah, you guys always put on a show. Good luck, pal, and cannot wait for season 3.
Cool, man. We'll see you after. Thank you.
Yeah, just remind Tetro, Wright, and Diamond about the pulling them after the driver's meeting.
No worries. Yeah.
Thank
Sounds
you.
Good.
All right, Simon. Now we have a couple minutes before we talk to our 3 championship contenders. What are you looking for around this Magic Mile racetrack, especially now that it's hosting a championship race with these next-gen cars?
Personally, my biggest thing is going to be seeing tire conservation. This track's a really flat oval compared to a lot of the other places that NASCAR Cup cars tend to race at. So conserving the right front, conserving the rear tires with wheel spin, that's going to be a big key point to watch tonight.
Yeah, I think you are 100% spot on with the stages being at 40 and 90. You will be able to make it on fuel. You do have 4 sets of tires with 1 fast repair. But to your knowledge there, running around this racetrack, does it really burn up that right front tire?
With my driving style, I know it definitely does. Personally, I absolutely hate driving this track. It has never been a strong suit. You're really leaning on the right front tire a lot going into these corners because it's a heavy braking zone. I mean, this place is basically a Martinsville on steroids. Heavy braking zone, lots of car lean. Personally, I have not raced here in the next-gen cars, but if it's anything like any other stock car ever, it is very well based on car balance, tire conservation. You brought up that they have plenty of fuel to make it to the end of stages, so it's the key point here is going to be tires.
Oh, 100%. And if we get a late stage or late race caution, what move are you going to make throughout that? But I do want to take everybody's attention to the leaderboard going across the top of your screen right now. Your 3 championship drivers, Jeff Tetro, Johnathan Wright, and Mitch Diamond, are 1, 2, and 3 being separated by just about, I don't know, what is that, 0.17? Just about a tenth and a half. That's absolutely insane. Very close with those 3. If you had to pick one early on, before the race even starts, who would it be?
It's really hard to bet against Mitch Diamond for the 3 races that I've been here for. He seems to be the man at staying up front. Maybe not necessarily in the lead, but he is always right there in the front when it comes to a stage break, the end of the race. That's who I would put my money on tonight.
See, my money would honestly go to that 04 of Johnathan Wright. Talking to him for the last 2 weeks when he locked himself in from Atlanta. No, was it Atlanta? I think it was Atlanta. He drove his butt off there, and when we talked to him up in the broadcast booth, he goes, "I like New Hampshire. I know I'm good at New Hampshire. I have a very good shot at winning this championship," and let's see if he can back that up tonight. But before we talk to our top 3 drivers, we are going to go trackside for the singing of both the Canadian and American national anthems.
You're watching All Star 15 TV. To bring you all the action from Derby, Connecticut, here is AJ Capone.
Welcome back after the Canadian and American national anthems with the Wheels America Opens following. Right now, we are just waiting for the drivers' meeting to conclude before we pull our top 3 drivers into the broadcast booth. But I'm currently waiting on Steve Tucker to give me the okay. If qualifying were to start before we're able to talk to them, we will hold off on that. So with all timing, if the timing's right, we will talk to them. If not, we will try to get a hold of 1 or 2 of them in the gridding process. But Simon, you and I both mentioned how tight and technical and flat this racetrack really is. I myself don't really have an issue running around this racetrack back in the Xbox days, but you mentioned on how difficult this racetrack is. What about running this Magic Mile 1 mile racetrack is so difficult about it?
Honestly, it's really corner entry. I mean, with the track as flat as this, you're a lot of weight's being shifted to the right side of the car. It's a lot of off throttle, on brake time, and your lap times are going to be really dependent on how well you can get into the corner, let alone out of it. So we're going to see a really different style from Bristol or Atlanta, which was our round of 8 races here tonight.
So, what I want to bring up right now, it is the race info for the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. There it is. It is a flat 1 mile racetrack. Track temperature is set to a 110. So it is hot and slick out there with an ambient outside temperature of 78, dew point set at 55 with a partly cloudy forecast. So with that partly cloudy forecast, we get a nice cloud cover. Might drop the track temp to about maybe 105 to 100. Simon, with how well you know how track temperatures and tire wear, what can a cloud really do to a flat track?
Well, the sun is the biggest correlation to temperature. I mean, if it's bright and sunny out, it's going to be definitely hotter than if it's partially cloudy. So with partially cloudy cover and that meaning mostly sunny, I would expect to see the track temp rise throughout the course of the race, which is going to mean more slick at the last lap than the first.
So practice has concluded. Gonna show you those results right now on your screen. There they are. Jeff Tetro with a 30.7, followed by Johnathan Wright and Josh King, just about a tenth off from that. Our third playoff driver, Mitch Diamond, is going to come home in the 4th position in practice, and the rest of the field is exactly how you see on your screen right there. The whole field very close together, Simon. Is that kind of what you were expecting?
Definitely the top 3, the people going for the championship. Obviously missing Frankie Barroso, who I would assume would be in the top 5 in lap times as well.
Oh, 100%.
These guys have most likely practiced all week, been getting after it really hard to learn the track, learn their cars. So I would expect these 3 to be at each other's throats all night long.
And speaking of Frankie Barroso, I know myself and I know you probably share the same exact sentiment here. We want to send our deepest condolences to the Barroso family, even if it's just Frankie. You know, grieving is better when you're grieving with people. I would wish nobody to just grieve alone.
Absolutely.
But, you know, our deepest condolences to the Barroso family are honestly very disturbing news we heard yesterday down in Texas. Very disgusting, disturbing. Been thinking about those people down there and what this weekend is about that's coming up, Memorial Day weekend. It's about remembering and honoring the people that have given their lives for this wonderful country, and the one day of the year that is dedicated just to them, where their families dedicate every day to them. So, while everybody's having hot dogs and hamburgers and drinking ice cold beers and enjoying some racing this weekend, please do not forget what this weekend is about and what we celebrate and honor and remember on Monday.
Absolutely. We don't get what we have without them. So definitely a somber week leading into it. Feel for the Barroso family and remember to thank a veteran, at the very least. We don't get what we have without them.
100%. But Anthony Williams and Mike Bennett are the first two to pop times on the leaderboard. And they both sit at a 31.28 for Bennett and Williams at a 31.88. And Thomas Meeks goes to the top of the board with a 31.21.
Thomas Meeks.
You are watching the Wheels America Cup Series Championship race from New Hampshire Motor Speedway on All-Star 15 TV. It is the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast 150. New episodes out every single Friday. Tomorrow brings us Sonic 2. Sonic the Hedgehog, his second movie that just released just about a month and a half ago. We talk about it, we review it, we have a little fun with it. Check it out. Mitch Diamond goes P1 in that 65 Ford Mustang. So
I expect nothing less out of these championship drivers.
100%. And he's the only one out there taking time right now. Jeff Tetro just left pit lane, so we're going to go over to him. With all three of those drivers being under the same badass racing logger team, what are you expecting when you're battling with your teammates for a championship? Do you expect a little more room? Do you expect a tighter battle because you can kind of rough them up a little bit?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my teammates, no matter what type of racing I'm doing, but if it comes down to being teammates for a championship, I want my name on that board. I'll help them out what I can, but coming out of turn 4, don't expect to not get a bumper. I expect these guys to race each other pretty hard tonight. A championship's a big deal. A team championship's a big deal. So while they may all be rooting for each other, I think everybody's going to be selfish and want their name on that board.
Well, coming out of turn 4 to complete his second lap, where does that put him? Ooh, P4. Wow, not a very fast lap for Jeff Tetro. Actually slower in qualifying than he was in practice.
It's really hard to remember watching all these numbers how small 4/10 is.
Yes.
In racing, 4/10 is a huge gap, but I mean, in real life, how many of us are counting by tenths of a second? It's
Matt
insane
Smith
how close
goes
these
to
drivers
P2 after his first lap, a 31.09. Very good lap there. Looking at the Racing Corner podcast vehicle of Josh King, he goes P2 now. Little bit of separation between Mitch Diamond and Jeff Tetro. Driver to yet take a time. It is Johnathan Wright. Maybe he's waiting out just a little bit. Has about 3 minutes to go in qualifying to make a time. So we're at New Hampshire. I 100% think even with a field of 15 drivers, you need to start up front. It's going to be very difficult with the amount of talent in this field to just go from back to front with ease.
Absolutely. I mean, with such a technical racetrack with heavy braking zones and also really reliant throttle to get back down the straightaway to get into the next corner, you don't have a whole lot of room to work with, especially with these championship 3. I mean, What determines the championship is your position on track. So I would be gunning top of the board if I could get there.
Yeah, here comes Johnathan Wright on screen right now, taking his first lap. We're actually going to go talk to Jeff Tetro in that 87, just about his starting position and how he thinks today's race is going to go. So, let's see if we can get a hold of him. Jeff Tetro, AJ, and Simon in the booth. Do you have a copy, pal?
Yeah, I do. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How was your week of preparation now that you're coming up to New Hampshire and battling for a championship?
Well, everything was good until I had to recalibrate my pedals. And, yeah, I had a bad qualifying session. 2 laps for sideways. Well, we'll see what happens during the race, but I think I'll just have to slow my roll a little bit, and it's a long race, so
yeah,
I had a good practice. So.
It is a very long race. You had a fantastic practice. I think you were P1 on the board for practice. So, with that being said, you have 150 laps. The stages really don't matter when it comes to point-wise for the three of you. But after that 150 laps, that's where the money's going to be made. So, good luck to you. Get ready for a very long and taxing flat racetrack tonight.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to hopefully get that win and get that championship tonight.
Simon, you got anything before we let Jeff go?
I just want to wish you the best of luck in your endeavors tonight. I know that your starting position may not be what you were hoping for, but we're all rooting for all 3 of you guys. So put on a good race, keep a level head, and best of luck from the booth.
Well, if it's any indication, us 3, we'll definitely put on a show. That's for sure.
Love to hear it.
All right,
Thank you,
Jeff,
guys.
Good luck. That was
Alrighty,
the
thank
driver of the 87 City Chevrolet. Wow, I almost said the S word instead of city. He looks like to be qualifying just about in the 8th position. Might change just a little bit now that Josh Larson is on the track. But
yeah, we've got 4 quick cars left, so he should be almost out right around the top 10.
Well, I'm not even sure Josh Larson's going to get a full lap completed. Oh, he will. He'll get at least one. Gonna have about 10 seconds as he crosses the line. So it looks like he's just gonna get this one lap, and that'll just put him at 11th. Unless that countdown timer is very favorable to him. Because it is over, it is finished, and they are pulling him right away.
Race officials are on it, on the nail tonight.
So, with that being said, as I have to reboot SDK just a little bit, which never has to happen, but unfortunately sometimes things need to be rebooted.
SDK is not your friend in the past few weeks.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm not happy about it. But here we go. This is your starting lineup for the Nerds Doing Nerd Things 150 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Johnathan Wright, Mitch Diamond, your front row. Second row consists of Josh King and Steve Tucker. Row number 3, Matt Smith and Blake Lothan. Row 4, Thomas Meeks and Jeff Tetro. And row number 5 is Mike Bennett and Anthony Williams. Simon, take us all the way from 11th to 14th.
Alrighty, so starting 11th, we're going to have Josh Larson with the qualifying time of a 31.74. Starting just outside of him in the 12th position, we're going to get the 28 car of Robert Highsong. Following up, just behind in the last row, row 7, we're going to get Matt Opplinger and the 46 car of Jesse Erdman. Great field tonight. Bunch of qualified drivers. Really looking forward to this.
All right, everybody. Full season comes to a conclusion tonight. We are pacing for the final time. Gonna get the final start of this race of this season underway And I don't know if they do 1 or 2 laps here. I know it's a mile racetrack, so they might do 2.
It should be 2. Should be. But we're here for the action. Either way, we're going to call it live.
Yeah, we are going to call it live. We're going to call it right down the middle. I know you and I have our who we think are going to win. I'm going with Johnathan Wright. And I think you brought up Mitch Diamond, but do not count Jeff Tetro out. Even with that poor qualifying position, he's been able to come from anywhere in the field and finish up front. So I have all the faith in the world that we'll see our championship drivers 1, 2, 3 as the pace car hits pit road. We are going green.
All right, let's go racing, boys.
There it is. Big green flag right there as he entered turn 1 for the first time. Mitch Diamond very strong on that outside. Well, this is going to be a side-by-side battle going down the backstretch.
That's a nice thing about flat corners and long straightaways. You get a little bit of drag racing involved.
Yeah, it was a really good hole shot coming out of turn 2 for Mitch Diamond.
And again, this track is just so technical with 2 different surfaces in the corner. You're going to get a newer pavement in the bottom, which should provide a little bit more bite, and pavement that takes rubber a lot easier up top with older pavement. So it's kind of what we're seeing with Atlanta last week, kind of the new versus old pavement. Should make it very interesting.
And they are running the 3rd lane up. Normally with Cup cars, with Xfinity and truck, it's usually a mixture between the 2nd lane and 2.5 lane. But it looks like they're staying right up in that 3rd lane, more protecting the inside because you get the run, such a good run off that outside lane.
Absolutely. You don't get that banking transition to kind of push you off the corner if you're running the top. It's pretty evenly matched based on how you can carry cornering speed here.
Well,
in Hampshire.
We just saw our first attempt at a pass. Steve Tucker, going into turn number 3, tries to get to the inside of the 04 of Wright. Doesn't make it happen, but now he's got an issue with Blake Lothan right behind him. And speaking of Blake Lothan, a announcement coming out Monday for Blake Lothan. Check all his social medias to stay up to date with Blake, but a huge announcement coming out Monday.
That's definitely something to stay tuned for. I'm excited for it. I don't know about you.
I'm always excited when anybody does anything that they want to let a little behind the curtains in on mine. I get really excited just because I get to talk to them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the racing industry's busy. It moves fast, sometimes faster than the cars on track. You have to stay in tune with it.
So here comes the 24 trying to take 2nd place away from Johnathan Wright. Steve Tucker's just going to stay in line there, but coming out of turn number 2 should have a really good run. We're doing some laps at a very, very good pace right now. We're just about to put lap 7 on the board, and it looks like Mitch Diamond can't pull away. Simon, when we were doing our preparations for this race event tonight, were you possibly thinking of this close of a battle up front? We got single file very early, which means we're going to get really stretched out, but our 1 through 7 are still very close together.
I definitely wasn't expecting it, but I'm definitely happy to see it. This racetrack does provide a lot of different strategies, a few different race lines. You can drive the car a million different ways here, so to see everybody keeping it so close together, I'm honestly blown away by it. Great racing action here out of New Hampshire. Never in a million years would I have seen this as a championship racetrack, but my eyes are open to it, and I'm seeing exactly what Mr. Tucker was seeing the Aero Racing League here.
Oh, absolutely. I was here watching it last year, and it was an absolute phenomenal race for 150 laps then. And even right now, as there's a little gap between each driver, we do have a battle for fourth. It looks like Blake Lothan and Jeff Tetro. Jeff Tetro making his Ooh, Matt Smith having an issue back there. Yeah, he's gonna keep the car clean. We're gonna stay green, but he ends up way out of it. We're gonna back that up so you guys can see what happened there. Looks like just how he gets out of turn number 2. Gets on it a little too hard, gets squirrely.
That flat banking, you got to be real easy with the throttle here.
Awesome.
Again, you don't have that banking transition to help you out at all.
Yeah, 100% awesome job by him. Did not hit a thing.
Looks like Josh King caught the wall right there going into turn 3.
Well, that's not good. But still looking at Blake Lothan and Jeff Tetro. You also have Steve Tucker there as well.
And again, I'm just gonna give some shameless praise to iRacing here I mean, the broadcasting experience is completely different here versus a real life track. Me and you both get to have 2 different views of the track, 2 different kind of eyes on everything that's going on, which I'd say almost makes it easier on us than it does on the guys up in the Fox or NBC booths. It's really a great blessing that we have.
Oh, absolutely. This has been one of the best things I have done in a long time. It is broadcast because I enjoy racing. While my knowledge of these vehicles is not to the extent of the drivers or the people you see on Fox's. Ooh, Josh King.
Oh,
really sideways.
Big sideways in turn 4.
And he's going to come back up on the track. There's a little damage on that Racing Corner podcast number 7. Check out that wonderful show wherever you find your podcasts. Big guests coming up soon on there. Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, wherever you find them, go check them out, along with this week's race sponsor for the Wheels America Cup Series, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. I know you hear about that a lot because it's me.
And you should. We love podcasts around here.
Here's a big battle brewing back up front. Johnathan Wright has closed into just under 0.4 of a second behind Mitch Diamond, but we're going to go a little bit further back, starting with Steve Tucker, Blake Lothan, and Jeff Tetro.
These battles are just, they're so close to each other for a track of this technicality. Everybody seems to have brought their A game tonight, which provides amazing racing for us to watch and commentate on. I absolutely love this.
Yeah, I never knew I would enjoy broadcasting as much as I actually do, because like what I was saying, I don't know a whole lot about cars, but I love NASCAR. I love watching NASCAR, and I feel like I do a well enough job to talk about what I'm watching on track. And this is why I have wonderful people like yourself, Simon Grills or Gary Wells, people that know these cars in and out in these broadcasts, because I know what I'm good at and I know what my weaknesses are, and you guys really balance it out to the point where, yep, didn't know that, but he knew it, so we're good. And Jeff Tetro making a pass on Blake Lothan. Can it happen in 3 and 4? He's going to use that very low lane. And no, he's actually going to lose a lot of time right there.
And again, man, thanks for the compliment. I mean, I love being up here. I love providing a second perspective. This has been an amazing experience, and I couldn't imagine a better league to be in on it for.
Oh, absolutely. I will plug this Wheels America Cup Series along with, the Aero iRacing League to the moon and back. Not just because I enjoy the racing, I enjoy the drivers. I have a great rapport with Steve Tucker, the owner. I 100% think this league in just a couple seasons time can be one of the best leagues on iRacing today when it comes to driver count, competition, and the people that want to watch this league.
Oh, absolutely, and I'll be here for it. I mean, this league is some of the best racing action we can get.
And I say that because I see how it's run, and we're 20 laps into their second championship race ever. So that we're closing the door on season 2, starting up season 3 in just over a month's time. So if you know anybody who's looking for a next gen cup league or a truck league that's going to run on Tuesdays, please message the chat. I will get Steve Tucker right on your case to see if the Wheels America Cup Series is right for you, or the the Flemdog Truck Series is right for you. But as we're watching the battles on the racetrack, I'm going to go back and see both Tetro and Loathen again as they're side by side coming out of turn number 2. Looking probably for a slide job here or a little tail whip. Oh, they're still going to be side by side coming out of turn 4. Here is one racetrack you do not want to be side by side, because you're gonna either bump or you're gonna let the car in front of you just drive away.
Technical flat courses side by side racing is not what you want to be doing.
No,
because somebody's gonna drive off harder, and chances are, if you're driving off harder, you may lose the back end of that car.
or they might just say
And
8
there
brakes
it
are better
goes.
than 4. And caution is out. Robert his song with an issue. Let's go back
Lost it
and
on the inside,
see what's gonna
just
happen
like we
there.
were talking about.
You're looking for the 28 on the inside, and he's going to overdrive it and just loop it on the apron. I don't think anybody's going to hit him as long as he holds the brake right there. Matt Smith getting by. That brings out our first caution 22 laps into this event. Everybody gets 4 sets of tires. Do you come down and take tires while you have the stage break at lap 40?
During the stage break, yes. Right now, if I had a spotter, I'd be really relying on that spotter for what he thinks. Because again, I mean, we're barely over 20 laps into a 150 lap battle. It's going to be, these are the hard decisions that are going to determine who the championship of this league is going to be.
And look at this. Jeff Tetro up 4 positions, currently sitting in that 4th spot. Mitch Diamond, Johnathan Wright. Looks like Steve Tucker. Ooh, looked like he faked it. Here comes Josh Larson, Jesse Erdman, Josh King, and Matt Smith. So if you're one of these drivers coming down pit road, are you just topping off on fuels, or are you taking everything?
Honestly, I'm going to take everything, because whether you're a championship driver or not, a win is a win. And it feels good to win.
Oh, absolutely. I've yet to do it in
anything-
iRacing.
Really?
Mm-hmm. In an official. I've done it in like league races and other stuff.
Well, let's get you to victory lane in an official, man. Let's get you that confidence boost.
I wish it was easy.
It's not easy. Anybody who thinks it is, you either have more talent than us, or you're just a little bit arrogant. But iRacing is battle. But yeah, let's get you your first win. Let's work on that.
So we're pacing around for the first time during the race with Robert Hassong's little spin in 3 and 4. Lights are off on the pace car. A little bit of a fast caution here. All 3 of our playoff drivers that are running tonight are in that top 4 right now. Unfortunately, Frankie Bararso cannot be here tonight due to unfortunate circumstances. I will leave him at that. We heard Steve Tucker mention it, I mentioned it earlier, but unfortunately he's just going to have to take that 4th position in the championship. But overall, a great season for Frankie. Can't wait to see what he does in season number 3. But we're about to go green one more time. What are you expecting on this restart as that pace car is about to take the left turn?
Well, we're going to have 15 to go to the stage break with this restart, so I'm going to expect definitely a race now that Tetro's in the top 4, especially between our 3 championship guys. This is going to be great action to watch.
Yeah, this is one racetrack that I would hope they would rescan and update because a lot of stuff has changed around this racetrack. Number 1, the grandstands in turn number 4 are really not there anymore. And number 2, the restart box is literally just one line. And I feel like the groove has opened up a little bit more with the surface they've been using and using that resin and stuff like that.
Absolutely, and thank God iRacing hasn't put resin into the simulator yet. I don't know about everyone else, but personally, not a huge fan of it.
No, neither am I.
But the day that they put it in iRacing, that's going to change a lot of racing outcomes, and I'm not sure that I'm a big fan of wanting to see it.
I'm more of shocked that they haven't put stages in yet.
I know, right? Like,
with how many NASCAR leagues there are,
I'd say that NASCAR fans are probably iRacing's biggest moneymaker at this point.
That and probably IndyCar or even IMSA.
Oh yeah. Not to throw shade at my NASCAR Heat guys, because again, that's originally where I'm from. I made the Heat to iRacing jump, but iRacing has so much more to offer over NASCAR Heat than you could ever imagine. If you're debating making the jump, just dive right in. You will not regret it.
Because if you wanted to run iRacing on literally base graphics, like all you need is the track, the cars around you, that's it. You could theoretically run it off of a laptop. I know a couple people that have.
I have.
What do you got?
I'm in that boat. I have raced off a laptop. I'm not gonna lie.
I lucked out. I have a great group of friends for my birthday, Christmas, and birthday present again. Made me the computer I am broadcasting on now, and really souped it up so you guys get the best quality possible for these broadcasts. And look at that shot right there on your screen. All 3 playoff drivers, starting with Mitch Diamond, Johnathan Wright, and Jeff Tetro. Right there on your screen, all American Badass Racing drivers. 1, 2, and 3. Now that's what I was expecting when we went green tonight, is to have this shot at least once during the race. Let's just hope they don't do a Ford v Ferrari and have them both cross the start-finish line at the exact same time.
I mean, would that be great TV? Yes,
it would, but I'd hate to figure it out.
I mean, I'd hate to do the math on it. If these guys really want to do something like that, wouldn't be mad about it, but you are definitely going to jeopardize your chances at the championship.
I would go rogue. I would 100% go rogue. Like, I win. Got it. So what is going on, everybody? You are watching All-Star 15 TV. We are broadcasting to you the championship race from Loudon, New Hampshire, the Wheels America Cup Series. Nerds doing nerd things 150. Right now, your race leader is Mitch Diamond, followed by another playoff driver, Johnathan Wright. And our third playoff driver is currently sitting in that 4th position as Josh Larson in that 51, coming alive just about 8 laps into this run.
Oh man, dude, I have loved watching this league. I know that I've said it a million times, and I'm probably just annoying people to death with it. But these guys put on some of the best racing I have ever watched with my own eyes.
Oh, 100%. I think a lot of the races they run are better than the races we see on Saturday and Sundays. And if that ain't saying anything, I don't know what is.
I mean, honestly, yeah. I'm not going to cross any lines with the All-Star race, but watching this, I'd do this over watching the All-Star race.
All-Star race was kind of trash. Waste
I
of
love
time.
they try new things, but they didn't pan out.
Oh, no kidding. It didn't pan out. But here comes Josh Larson trying to make a move on Johnathan Wright right there. He doesn't care that he's not in the playoffs anymore. He wants that position. A win is a win is a win. And clears Wright, and now he's going to start chasing down Mitch Diamond, who's just about a half a second ahead of him.
Coming to 5 to go. I'm not going to say that I called it, but the guy that I put money on is definitely leading going to stage 1.
Hey, well, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Oh, Steve Tucker with an issue.
Oh. That's not what you want to see.
No, it is not. He was running very well early. Does he get on the gas a little too hard?
That was a yellow for a single car that never actually faced backwards. That's surprising.
And it says iRacing called it, so. Interesting. Very interesting there.
That's going to shake it up coming to the stage.
So I'm curious if this is going to conclude the stage. Pretty sure it is going to. Simon, I'm going to move you into PGR Motorsports so you can ask Steve, and then I'll bring you right back.
Sounds good to me.
So everybody coming down pit road, taking those tires, taking those fuel. Let me go get my my co-host back.
Again.
All right, Simon, are they calling that for the stage?
I did not get that far.
Did you ask?
Move me back up there real quick.
Okay. Well, I didn't think it was going to take that long. Josh Larson's going to be your leader here. But if anything, we are going.
This is going to be stage caution for anybody who.
It is. So that means the driver you picked, Mitch Diamond. Oh well. If they called it, are they calling it at lap 40, or have they already called it?
I believe it is going to be at stage caution.
Oh, okay.
So whenever the yellow flag came out, that is going to be the end of the stage.
All right, so let's talk to the 65 of Mitch Diamond real fast. Mitch Diamond winning stage number 1. Do you have a copy, pal?
I got you. Got about a half lap to go green here.
I know. We just wanted to say congratulations, and hopefully we get to talk to you towards the end of the race, if not, as the champion.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. We'll put on a good show here.
All right, see you later. Wow, that was a quickie yellow again. Note to self, New Hampshire likes green flags. So, Mitch Diamond chooses that inside lane. Pace car on pit road. And 65 does not go. Let's see what he's got in store for that 51. Josh Larson on the outside.
Look at them hold it too wide through the corner.
Nice and clean, too wide. You could see when each one got on the gas, got off the gas, got on the gas. Uh-oh.
Oh, 3 wide into 3.
I thought we were about to have it.
Tetro got to back out at the last second.
That
was smart.
That
I'll
was a
give it to
very
him.
smart
That was
move.
smart. It's too early. Lap 149 though. Let's bring it. 3 wide into turn 3. I love it.
And all 3 championship contenders get taken out because of it. Now they have to jump out of their car and race to the start-finish line. For all you NASCAR fans, that was
style.
Yep. Or Carl Edwards.
did it in 09. I mean, I'm not gonna shame foot racing. I'm a race fan. It doesn't specify what kind.
Yeah, right. I'm AJ Capola. That is Simon Grills. Oh, man. Not saying that this makes me want to go do a race at New Hampshire, but I might want to go jump in a modified and go do a race at New Hampshire.
I will go do any race if it's not at New Hampshire. New Hampshire does not play into my driving style at all.
Fastest lap of the race, Mitch Diamond, a 30.97 there. See how he backs that up.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that one. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
About what?
Not that broadcasters can pick favorites, because I don't have a favorite, but that was my pick for tonight.
Hey, all it was a bingo ball that popped up. I was like, Simon Grills, Mitch Diamond, okay. But he's not really pulling away from Jeff Tetro. Jeff Tetro, I feel like, is holding a more consistent line in the turns, which let's actually jump on board with that 87 in the cockpit and see how he's holding that wheel nice and still in 1 and 2.
He has raced the race he needed to come back from that qualifying run for sure.
Yeah, we did talk to him. He mentioned that he has some work to do, and he has put in the work. It took the whole first
he's
stage.
Working.
It took the whole first stage, but in all honesty, in a championship race, you don't care about the first 2 stages.
No, absolutely not. It only matters where you come across the line on lap 150.
Oh, here comes the run down the backstretch. Getting pretty close to that 65 in front of him. Go back to TV2 here. You see the distance right there on your screen.
It's not as much as you would expect out of a track like this.
No.
Everybody on their A game.
Oh, this league is always on their A game. So once again, this is the championship race for the Wheels America Cup Series. Season number 3 starts in just about a month's time. If you are interested in running these next gen cups or the trucks on Tuesday nights, please reach out to myself. I will get you in touch with league owner Steve Tucker, and let's see if we can get you racing one of these beautiful cup cars or one of those Camping World Truck Series machines for the Flem Dogs Truck Series.
If that truck series wasn't on Tuesdays, I would totally race that.
I mean, if it's your league that's battling up against it, you can technically put your league wherever you want.
Yeah, but we've got a next-gen league that's not... I wouldn't say that it's going to rival this. All these leagues are great. I would promote any of them. But we've got a next-gen league starting in October, and before that, I just put together a league for fun with some buddies doing some crazy stuff like Miatas on rallycross tracks, F1 cars on half-mile ovals, just a bunch of fun for the boys to hold us over.
Oh, and I hopefully can make a couple of those. Unfortunately, with my beautiful show that I do throughout the week, might not be able to make all of them.
And again, check out Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. If you haven't listened to it yet, what are you even doing? Yeah,
do you like Star Wars? Do you like Star Trek? What about Disney? Well, what about DC, Marvel? I literally have the Infinity Gauntlet sitting right next to me. that I'm literally slipping over my hand.
Are you broadcasting a race with the Infinity Gauntlet? Does that make us the ultimate broadcasters?
Yes, it does. And just look at
Man.
this. Mitch Diamond not having very good exits out of these turns, really allowing Jeff Tetro to close in ever so slightly to the back bumper of that 65.
Now, is it a bad exit, or is Tetro just on his game that much? These
Well-
are the questions that we need answered.
I'm only calling it a bad exit because he's very low on exit.
He really is. But again, that brings in the different aspect of you can race this track 100 different ways. So you find the way that's comfortable and the way that's fast, and sometimes those are two different things.
And it looks like it's working for both drivers. And Johnathan Wright, not that far back, but not with these front two vehicles. He's literally on an island for himself. But we are 52 laps into this championship race. Just about a third over with already. We are flying by, heading to stage number 2, which concludes on lap 90, or just like stage 1 right before it. But
Let's throw this out there again real quick. We're over 50 laps in, and we don't have a single car a lap down. Every driver in this race is maintaining themselves on the lead lap, which just goes to show you how great of racing action, how close this pack truly is.
Tetro very close coming out of turn 2 here, just about a tenth and a half behind. If he gets through 3 and 4 very well, look for the, I don't want to call it a dive bomb into turn 1, but, he was a lot better in 1 and 2, and it looks like he's going to be a lot better in 1 and 2 than 3 and 4 when this track is literally the exact same on both sides. So I'm going to say shadows and the sun causing issues on separate parts of the racetrack. But everybody, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You'd be surprised how much that actually helps the channel and helps myself as well. But yeah, chat room's open as well. We've had Blue Gill 37 in the chat almost every week for the past month and a half, which absolutely wonderful. She's rooting for Robert Hissong, currently sitting in that 13th position. I'm gonna pop him up on the screen right there. There's
running
that
really
good.
consistent laps tonight.
He is. His fastest lap was a 31:44, and he's sticking right around that 31 and a half to 31 sevens. So right around.
Race pace, that's really good.
It's very good. While he is evening out to our leaders lap time wise. Unfortunately, he's just about 10 and a half seconds back.
Just saving his stuff for the end.
Can you imagine? Oh yeah,
That's
you
the
guys were running
weird
so
part.
hard. You were running so hard. There's 10 laps left, and I have a rocket ship now.
And that's the weird part about the way that NASCAR chooses to end their seasons with the Championship 4 battle is the stages are there, but the stages are purely just caution. Stage points don't matter anymore. Laps led points don't matter anymore. So you can run this entire lap in last place and finish in first. And if you're one of those Championship 4 drivers, you can get it.
Yeah, the only thing those points matter are from 5th on back.
Mhm.
Because in this championship race, the position in the championship you get is the order of the finishing of the championship drivers you get. But
I
chat
feel
room,
like there should almost be a postseason talk show where after we get the point, oh, trouble off turn 2.
oh well,
Looks like Josh Larson backwards out of turn 2.
Josh Larson, the driver of the 51. Oh god, they were 3 wide coming out of turn 2. You have Matt Smith, Tomix Meeks, And on the outside, it's Josh Larson in the 51. There they are, 3 wide. Looks like Smith is going to bump the 55. Ooh, and right into the 51. A lot of left front nose damage there. That's going to leave a mark.
Quite a bit of disagreement over driver radio.
Oh dear. Can you PG it?
3 guys went into a turn 3 wide, and only 2 of them came out. That's as PG as it gets.
So here's something for strategy. Mitch Diamond stays out while everybody behind him comes to pit road.
That's a very interesting call. But yeah, like I was saying, after we get the final point standings, maybe we should talk to a couple drivers next week. Any of these diehard fans need to know some answers. Busy pit road.
Our diehard fan every week has been Blue Gill. Every single week she says, "Thank you guys for broadcasting. I always look forward to watching the races." Well, thank you for commenting, hitting that like button, obviously subscribing to the channel. Any sort of interaction we have with our chat, with the drivers, it makes I feel like the broadcast a lot better. It's kind of like Fox or NBC showing tweets on the camera, on TV and all that stuff. And lights are off on the pace car already. We're going to start gridding up. Man, I know I've said it twice already, but New Hampshire ain't joking around about quick cautions.
Oh, absolutely not.
Are we missing a driver? Up front, no. Okay, now Johnathan Wright is taking a spot to the outside of Mitch Diamond. I was like, did we go NASCAR 14 and we just not see a driver?
I mean, I hope not. These guys are putting on a good show. I'd hate to see one of them drop out.
No, just drop out for that one guy. Well, here we go. Green flag in the air. Excellent launch by the 65. The 04 kind of laid back just a little bit there. Going to keep that second spot. Under fire from Blake Lothan in the 59. Here comes Jeff Tetro on the inside trying to get by that 59 as they're on the backstretch on this restart. Ooh! Blake Lothan punts the 04. And now they are 3 wide.
Oh, the 55 cars is around in turns 3 and 4.
Looks like we are going to remain green, but let's go check this out. The 55 Wheels America Chevy Camaro. Is he going to get bumped? He is, by Josh Larson. Is going to spin and lock it up. How did we not get a yellow off of that? He's in the middle of the track.
I feel like that justifies a yellow more than Tucker's spin does.
Yeah, no kidding.
But hey, if we learned anything from the All-Star race, NASCAR doesn't know how to throw cautions.
Yeah, but everybody's window net looks up, though, so we might be okay.
Oh, fair enough. No black flags for that one. That black flag doesn't even need to be in the stand. Let's just keep that put away.
Here comes a pass for the lead. Tetro to the inside of Mitch Diamond. And I wish we had Junior here for it. Slide job. And here comes that 24. We just talked about him, Steve Tucker.
If we get a slide job tonight, I'm hardcore doing that. I just want to make everybody aware. I've always wanted to make that comment.
Oh, well. Maybe we'll clip it and send it to Junior and be like, hey, how does this sound?
Hey, can you rate my slide job real quick? I want to know if I did it to Junior standards.
Oh, man. Speaking of
Also,
June,
why is Dirty Mo not subscribed to this channel yet? We need to work on that.
right?
I'm gonna send him an email. Ask Junior next Monday morning.
Look at Tetro go. He is pulling away from Steve Tucker. Has that lead to about almost a second already.
He said that he had his work cut out for him, but I want to know why he's making his work look so easy.
Yeah, for a person that really doesn't like this track and he is making New Hampshire look very easy to get around.
Oh, we got another spinner out of turn 4.
Ooh, that's the 7 of Josh King with the
Rough
Racing
King.
Corner podcast. Does he just step on it too hard? Ooh! And he's running a modified. And speaking of Dale Jr., as we're under caution for the 4th time tonight, last night I broadcasted the Thunderstorm League of Racing, and they had Hermie Sadler in the race.
Really?
He ended up finishing 3rd, and unfortunately he was not in the Discord, so my brain was like, I wonder if I can get him on Twitter. I literally messaged him on Twitter like I was doing a broadcast normally, and he actually responded back, and Dale Jr. was one of the guys that liked the tweet. I fangirled this morning, like, hard. Mitch Diamond coming to pit road. Same thing with Johnathan Wright. Probably going to fix some of that rear end damage that him and Blake Lothing received.
So, Josh King did come over to the radio just a second ago and say that it was a self-spin. So, unfortunate turn of events, but...
I wonder if he's going to receive an EOL because of it.
Quite possibly. Steve Tucker back up there to P2.
Yeah, he was strong,
Nice work.
very strong after that restart.
I know that I pushed it hard during Bristol, but your mental mindset through the course of a race is often more important than your talent behind the wheel.
Well, your mental mindset is obviously going to mess with your talent, because, you know, outside of everything going on, you gotta also keep in mind braking point, gas point, line.
Anytime that your brain isn't on driving the car, you are going to have mistakes.
Yeah, and we are in the 1 to go already.
Josh King is going to receive an EOL from race control.
Looks like Jeff Tetro is going to take the outside in that 87 City Chevrolet. Almost turned into an episode of South Park right there.
Hey, not a bad TV show. Shout out to South Park.
And the 7 of Josh King with that EOL is keeping that damage on the vehicle. I wonder if he already used a fast repair already. I don't know when he would have, but... Alright, we're on Jeff Tetro. Gonna throw it in car for this restart.
20 laps to go till the stage break.
Oh wow, he's already got Steve Tucker gapped by a good chunk right there.
Mm-hmm. Flawless restart by the 87. You can tell that he brought the game tonight.
Man, there's not a lot of banking in this place, but there's enough to where it's very noticeable in the gyro cam.
I'd like to know the technical degree of it, but I would put it definitely between 5 and 10. It's relatively flat.
Well, why don't you call the race and I will ask the good old Googles.
Alrighty, I can do that. We got a battle in 4th place between Michael Bennett and Blake Lothan. Looks like they're going to go ahead and sort that one out. Everybody's going to go single file through turn 3. Love to see it. '87 car is going to keep about a half-second lead at the line. Everybody's going to run that 3rd line up from the yellow. With everybody running up there, I feel like that's where most of the grip's going to be, because that's where the rubber's going to be laid down. So throughout the course of the race, watch for people to go lower or higher, just to search for a little bit more speed and maybe a little bit less grip.
Well, the good old Google machine says turns, variable banking between 2 and 7 degrees at a 12% grade.
So the top 7 and the bottoms 2, so they're running right in the 4 to 7 range. Right there in the middle.
And I've been here, I've walked the track. You feel it when you're trying to go from the apron all the way to the wall. So, where are your championship drivers? Right there, that 87 City Chevrolet is Jeff Tetro. We're now looking for Mitch Diamond. He's currently sitting in that 8th position, battling with number 82, Matt Opliner. And then you're also then looking for the 04 of Johnathan Wright, currently sitting in that 12th position, trying to get by the 45 of Jerry Erdman. So right now, Jeff Tetro has just about a 4.5 second lead over his next championship competitor.
It's amazing to see the different strategies play out through the race.
And Tetro is just so consistent in that car, where he lets off, where he...
The only car on old tires is still able to gap the field. That just shows how much practice went into this to make him capable.
Well, here is the last pit stop for everybody's driver. We're going to bring up the stint on the bottom right of your screen. Your top 4 have 17 old lap tires. Yeah, your top 6 has 17 lap tires. Ooh, Matt Opliner having an issue. That's going to change some things. And then Diamond with 8 and his song back to 17. But let's watch this caution here. You're looking for the 82 Mountain Dew machine on the inside. And he's right where the banking starts to increase. And yep, there's the spin. Ooh, he's going to get clipped by Jesse Erdman. Gonna put us... Oh, and he spins again, just by himself. Let's see that again. Does he just step on the gas a little too hard?
Seeing a lot of drivers struggling tonight.
Because iRacing, unfortunately, does not have a tire model where the tire ends up blowing yet.
Hey, it doesn't negatively impact drivers yet. That's one thing I'm not going to complain about.
My only issue with iRacing is you get a times for the tiniest things. When you have a big thing happen, you sometimes don't.
The Goodyear tire model in iRacing is outstandingly better than the real life tire model Goodyear's bringing.
Well,
I'm not even going to knock tires right now.
I'm happy they do the research for iRacing, just not real life.
Maybe we can get Goodyear in on the broadcast and ask some questions to their engineers.
Yes, Blue Gill. He is related to Elliott Sadler. I just can't think of the relation. Currently waiting for my wonderful co-host tonight to be like, oh, Hermie Sadler to Elliott Sadler? Oh, they're like cousins or brothers or something like that.
Anybody in the comments who knows, please let us know.
Across the start-finish line, and the lights are off on the pace car once again. Man, we are already past halfway, pal.
Great racing tonight. I'm almost sad it's going by so fast.
I know,
The
so am
finale
I.
for the season of me and you in the booth, the finale for these drivers. I mean, I can't wait to crown a champion, but I'm almost sad to see it end.
You know what this means? You just need to come back another night and broadcast with me again. Now I'm twisting your arm.
I mean, I'd be happy to be back if you want me to come back.
Dude, I can use somebody up in the booth every night. Pace car hitting pit lane in the control of the 87 of Jeff Tetro. And he is away. Clears the 24. What's the 24 going to do on the entry to turn number 1? He's going to give way to the outside. Blake Lothan's going to have that position for the time being. Should have a run down the backstretch.
How Tetro keeps getting these jumps on old tires, I mean, I'm going to have to ask him for driver coaching.
There you go. You don't need AJ as a spotter. You just need to learn how to save tire.
Driver coaching, spotting, and crew chiefing are all 3 very different categories.
Elliott Sadler is the younger brother of Hermie Sadler. Blue, you
There
are
we go,
fantastic.
Thank you for that information. Saved us from a Google trip.
Yeah, pretty much. Not like I don't have my phone or a computer in front of me.
Hey, my computer's preoccupied with this amazing racing action.
Speaking of this racing action, Blake Lothan gets by Steve Tucker for that second position. Steve very much wants it back, it looks like, by cutting to the inside, going side by side in the middle of the turn.
Oh, Larson with a little wiggle in turn 1. It's going to allow room for the 55 of Thomas Meeks to get underneath him going for 3.
Yep, watching that position right there. Ooh! Meeks really
That's close.
blew the turn there. Gonna cost Josh Larson a little bit.
The track may look slow on TV, but these guys are maintaining a good 100 miles an hour through these turns. It is not slow.
Let's see. Can we get a little driver input? There it is. That's not the one we're looking for, is it? The dashboard we're looking for. Yes, let's go up to Jeff Tetro. And as he's coming out of turn 4, passing the line at 150 miles an hour into turn number 1. Going to drop it all the way to about 90. And he's currently in 4th gear. Let's see if he's going to shift to 5th or just keep it in that 4th gear.
That's something I didn't even think about. That is a great point. These new cars with their 5-speed gearboxes, you may get to see shifting at places like this. That never even crossed my mind. High RPM race motors love to be high RPM.
Yeah, and he's staying in that 4th gear and pulling away from Blake Lothan, Steve Tucker, and Michael Bennett. There's the battle for second. Steve Tucker once again going to the inside of the 59. Getting a little squirrely, having to tuck back in line.
Jeff Tetro, with 4 to go in this stage, has over a 2-second lead.
Well, these drivers right behind. Oh, could we possibly have a spin?
Contact. It doesn't look like it's going to bring out a caution.
Oh, that looks a little intentional. Michael Bennett doesn't hold the brake, comes down
19.
and hits a couple drivers. But up front, it is Jeff Tetro right now. Extending that lead to almost 2.5 seconds with just 2.5 laps to go in the stage. Or a lap and a half to go in the stage. My apologies. White flag. Steve Tucker wants that position. He is underneath the 59. No contact yet between the two. Off of turn number 2. There goes Steve Tucker. He's going for a ride. Clips the inside wall, getting back up on the racetrack. Trying to do it safely. And out of turn number 4, Jeff Tetro is going to win stage number 2.
Great racing by Tetro, keeping that lead. Good jumps on restarts. I almost wish they did give out stage points because he just earned every bit of those 10 points that there were to get.
Now, I want to go back to Mike Bennett's issue. We're going to go into that chase view because this was interesting. Yeah, they're getting all squirrely and everything. Oh, nope, that's Mitch Diamond. We want Bennett. Because he's clipping the wall, and he's still driving as drivers are trying to get around him. Usually you see people just hold the brake there.
Every single car comes down pit road.
Well, when you need tires, you need tires.
I'd say that right about now, everybody should be taking tires. I can't imagine a crew chief that's telling anybody to stay out right
Well, once he leaves that pit box, we're going to pull Jeff Tetro. Well, here he goes. Let's talk to our Stage 2 winner, Jeff Tetro. Jeff, Tetro, AJ, and Simon in the booth. Do you have a copy, pal?
Hey, I do. How you doing?
Hey, so you were talking about overcoming adversity tonight. It seems like you did that in the first, 30 to 40 laps of the race. Now you're just sitting pretty. You have one more stage to go. You have the competition, a couple positions behind you. But how you feeling so far?
Well, took me a few laps to get used to these calibrated pedals, and I think I got it rolling now. The biggest thing here is traffic. Can't make passes really, really easy on this track. You really have to, it's a dogfight making passes. And, I just have to be patient. If I get out in the lead, try to save the tires. I mean, this track is just like a cheese grater. It just wears these tires right down if you're not too careful. So, patience, and hopefully I can come out here with a win and possibly the championship.
All right, dude, we are going to let you go. You're just about a half a lap away from going green one more time. Good luck in the next 60-something laps.
Alrighty, thank you, AJ.
All right, that was stage number 2 winner, Jeff Tetro, championship contender, Jeff Tetro. But Matt Smith in the 35, last year's champion, is the control car for this restart. There goes the pace car one more time to start stage number 3. We are green. Excellent launch by the 35 and the 59. Blake Lothan wants that top spot. He's going to go from 3rd to 1st. And Jeff Tetro is stuck behind the 35. Here comes Mitch Diamond. Is he thinking about 3 wide going into the turn?
Oh, they did.
For a very split second. And
The
look who it
commitment's the
is.
hard part.
Here comes Mitch Diamond and Johnathan Wright in the photo now. All championship content.
Gonna lead a lap.
Yeah. Which, speaking of Blake Lothan, Monday, big announcement on his social media pages. Go follow Blake Lothan to see what that big announcement is.
So I'm not gonna lie, I followed him on Instagram tonight. Blake_Lothan.
Yes.
Give him a follow.
Man, you were on the ball there, Simon.
Well, I followed him the second you brought it up earlier.
Okay. Well, you could follow me too.
Yeah, go follow AJ. Go follow Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Check out that podcast.
Look at this.
What was the other podcast on a car tonight? We'll shout
Racing
them
Corner
out.
podcast.
Racing Corner Podcast. Check them out wherever podcasts can be listened to. I guarantee they're there.
Tetro doing a really good job trying to get to the 59, but clips the wall coming out of turn number 4. You do not want to do that.
No, especially not on a flat track. You don't get any help going through these corners.
Ew.
And even with a safer barrier, the wall is hard. The wall will hurt you and your car. Mostly the car.
Pass for... Johnathan Wright trying to make a pass for 3rd place here.
You fight the wall will bite you back.
Not as bad as
Steve
Dover,
Tucker
though.
back into the top 5? Oh, man, don't even get me started on Dover's wall. Dover's wall used to be for breakfast.
Mitch Diamond doing a really good job to hold into that 3rd position. Here comes Tetro for the lead into turn
Up
number.
that pass. Let's see it. Give us some action.
We've had action all night. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, dead even out of turn 4.
You know, you broke up just a little bit, and I thought you said daddy.
Oh, no, I said dead even
Yeah.
in turn 4.
My brain figured it out.
We're not getting into that kind of talk on here. That may be a podcast that we're not going to shout out on this broadcast.
NASCAR ASMR. It's just a bunch of engine noises.
If we're going to call anything in NASCAR daddy, it's going to be Dover's wall out of turn 2 and turn 4.
I don't want to talk about that. And then the inside wall, then the outside wall again, then the inside wall.
So if anybody was looking for a bit of dark talk tonight during the broadcast, that was it. Probably won't happen again coming to lap 100.
So a big issue with Johnathan Wright just a couple laps ago. We're going to bring you back to Johnathan Wright, championship contender. Big incident coming out of turn number 2 is going to loop it and kill, and I mean absolutely hammer, that inside wall.
All the 55s going around on the backstretch.
Oh no.
So is the 35.
Not Thomas Meeks. Oh, we're gonna bring you to that 55. Having an issue. Oh wow.
Parked in the inside wall.
The 35
Still no caution.
and the 55 both with issue.
The top 4 are under a blank note, and as I say that, we've got a car getting loose out of turn 4.
You mean turn number 2?
Yes, turn number 2. Sorry.
Okay. That was Mitch Diamond.
Things happen so fast. I'm still getting used to this. I apologize to the audience. If this was MRN, I'd probably get fired.
You're fine. They make mistakes too. But Blake Lothan doing a really good job holding on to that top spot for the time being. He's had Jeff Tetro and Steve Tucker breathing down his neck these last good, 10 laps?
Yeah. He is performing the definition of I'm here to win, not to play nice with championship contenders, and I am here for it.
Absolutely. You don't want people to just pull over and be like, oh, you can win a championship. Goodbye.
Oh, absolutely not. Give us a fight. Give us good TV.
Yo, whoa.
Nobody's race should be easy tonight. If it's easy, you're not driving hard enough.
Yeah, no kidding. But the thing is, these drivers are making it look so easy.
I know, right? I guarantee if I was down there in a car with them, I would not be competing to the way that these guys are. This is flawless driving at a very difficult track with very, very high stakes.
I'd be about 4 or 5 laps down right about now, just saying.
Oh yeah, I would have been out lap 2.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't give myself that low of credit, but these top 5 drivers are all under a blanket. You know, you have Blake Lothan up front in that 59. Jeff Tetro in second. Steve Tucker sitting in third. Mike Bennett in fourth. And Mitch Diamond in fifth.
Amazing driving, and we're over 2/3 of the way through this race, so we're getting really close to go time. We may have to see some green flag pit stops here. Gonna be good.
I don't know if we would see green flag pit stops. I very much don't think we will.
I mean, if one guy comes for tires, I wouldn't be surprised if the rest of them do. 60 laps seems like a bit of a stretch on fuel, though.
No, it is just a wait and see process here.
Michael Bennett going into turn 3.
Yeah,
Gonna leave him side by side with Mitch Diamond out of turn 4.
He overcooked it a little bit there.
It's easy to do at a place like this. That wall may start to wrap, but until you can feel it in the car with banking, sometimes it's hard to line up your braking points.
All right, everybody, we are gonna go to a crank it up session for the Wheels America Cup Series, and it is powered by the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Here you go. And we are back, everybody. It's AJ Capola and Simon Grills in the booth. And we have had a hell of a show with 35 laps to go here tonight. Big standout, Blake Lothan leading a lot of these laps, but also, Simon, you brought it up just a little bit earlier. Jeff Tetro with an amazing run, up 6 positions, be sitting in that second spot, but has Mitch Diamond breathing down his back. What are your thoughts on the 115 laps we've seen so far?
I cannot get over the run that Jeff Tetro and that 87 cars had. He told us how much adversity he had to come through to bring him back, and he has done everything that he said he was going to do with flying colors. And Mitch Diamond here giving him a run. I mean, these championships tonight, this is the best racing action that you're going to get on a Thursday night, and that's a guarantee.
Oh, big time, big time. Unfortunately, it looks like Johnathan Wright in the 04, another championship contender, had an issue about 20-ish laps ago, but currently about 9.5 seconds back, sitting in that 9th position. Mitch Diamond trying to make a pass in 1 and 2 again. Going to try to utilize the slide job while Jeff Tetro with the power down on the outside.
And what a great, I mean, every single one of these guys is putting together an amazing run tonight. There's not one person that you can dog on their performance, and that, it just goes to show how hard these guys work week in and week out to make this the best league they possibly can.
Here he goes. He's going to try to overdrive turn 1, and might have, no, he will not. Tetro's going to hold the position. Oh, God. Didn't think they were clear. That could have been very bad.
That was an amazing crossover job.
Well, now Jeff has to go right back to work and close back in on that 65 Mitch Diamond machine. Looking at 32 laps to go. Getting to the end of the race tonight. Been phenomenal. You guys need to go back and watch it from the beginning, because if you think what you're seeing now is really good racing, you missed about 120 laps of it.
And while you're at it, if you missed any other race this season, make a marathon of it. Go back to race 1, watch it all the way through the championship. Kind of like our boys over at Netflix with the Drive to Survive series, just iRacing and NASCAR.
Yeah, we don't talk about Netflix. They raise the prices again.
Did they really?
Yeah, I think it just went up another $2.50. But Charles Balance in the chat room says, "Sup guys, wish I was out there, family stuff. Had a tough season, he'll be back next year. Well, we look forward to seeing the next season. Charles, your 41 is always a nice sight to see on the racetrack. But Mitch Diamond doing what he does best and trying to take the lead away from Blake Lothan, who is led from the start of stage number 3.
Gotta love these battles.
The key to these battles
Nobody
is
is
you
giving
can't let them
an inch.
last too long.
Yeah, you'll eat up your tires too wide and you'll give up a lot of time.
Mr.
You
Tire
can see
Simulator.
just through that lap the amount of time that Jeff Tetro is able to make on these lead 2 laps.
Well, if they keep doing this, it's going to bring Steve Tucker in that 24 right along with them. But what's good about this point scale and having a championship race with just 4 drivers, you can't just sit around. If there's a position that gets you a little more breathing room for the championship, you go and take it. You don't sit behind a driver.
And again, it doesn't matter. Championship, win is a win. It's bragging rights going into season 3. Something to tell your mom about? Make your mom proud?
If she wasn't already. Looks like Robert Hissong is coming to pit road. Michael Bennett
We are going to
coming out of pit road. Matt Oplaner is getting all 4 tires. Caution is out.
Oh, and a
Johnathan Wright
caution.
with an issue.
That's going to throw a major kink in all of these guys' races that just pit.
Well, let's see what happens here. We're going to go to that chase cam. We'll do the far chase so you can see it a little bit better. Going into turn number 3, it is the 04 of Johnathan Wright and the 51 of Josh Larson. And looks like they just both get tight. And waiting for the spin here. Oh, yeah, they touch coming out of turn number 4. Oh! And the 04 just pancakes the inside wall. And there's Barney the flagman just blowing out his shoulder again.
5 cars came down pit road under green flag conditions, and only one of them gets to come out with the lucky dog.
Ouch. Well, boys, if you're going to have a good pit stop, it's going to have to be right here. No mistakes, because once you make a mistake, especially this being possibly the money stop, you can kiss your win and possibly your championship goodbye.
Don't pull a me and slide right through your box when it's most important. I am notorious for that. Looks like most everybody that pit's gonna stay out and take that wave around.
Well, it looks like the leaders are going to enter pit road and leave pit road in the same exact order. Everything should cycle out to Blake Lothan being your race leader, followed by the 65 of Mitch Diamond, Jeff Tetro, Steve Tucker, and Josh King. Simon, I'm going to let you call the restart. So, I will be right back with you.
Oh, you're good. So right now, everything's just cycling through pit stops. We're gonna wait and see where everybody cycles out, who gets the wave around, who gets the lucky dog. It should balance out to where the only cars 1 lap down are gonna be Jesse Erdman in the 45 1 lap down, and Thomas Meeks in the 55, which will be 2 laps down. We're waiting to see a lights out of the pace car, hopefully this time by the start and finish line. So as the pace car's rounding turn 4 right now, we'll see if those lights go off. And they will. All of our wave around cars are going to start jumping around the pace car going into turn 1. We're going to go ahead and stack them up, double file all the way back. And fingers crossed on 31 laps of some really nice green flag championship battle action. As the pace car makes its way down towards turn 3, it looks like the 59 of Blake Lothan in the lead is going to opt for the outside line. Everybody catching the field, stacking them up 2 wide. Pace car is going to dip down onto pit road, and they're going to hit the loud pedal coming to the line. Mitch Diamond's going to take the edge down into turn 1 with Blake Lothan up on the high side. Everybody else is going to come on every position coming out of turn 2. And Mitch Diamond makes the pass going into turn 3 to take over the lead from Blake Logan in the 59 car. Out of turn 4, you can put the top 5 under a blanket. They're going to provide some great racing action coming into the rest of this race. Out of turn 2, we're going to see Jeff Tetro with the bumper right on Blake Logan's car and going down to turn 3. Oh, and we've got contact in turn 4, and then caution's going to come out. As Steve Tucker's parked with his back end pointed towards the wall in turn 4. So again, another shakeup in the battle coming to these last 20 laps. With all 3 of our playoff contenders in the top 4.
So let's go back and see the issue with the 24 of Steve Tucker. Well, it looks like a little contact between the 04 and the 24, but the 24 does a really good job keeping it out of the wall.
He did a great job of locking those brakes down and not letting them slide up into it. Making a better situation out of something that could have went very wrong very quickly.
So with just under 20 laps to go, it doesn't look like we're going to have takers down pit road. Which, for the most part, I feel like everybody's probably burned through all 4 tires.
Oh, absolutely. Like they were saying earlier, this track, I mean, it's like running cheese on the cheese grater. This track is just going to eat tires, especially that right front.
So, for everybody watching at home, hit that like button, subscribe to All-Star 15 TV. We do a lot of NASCAR iRacing broadcasts throughout the week, but we also have an open wheel series that broadcasts F4s every Monday. It is the Pony Express open wheel for amateurs starting at 7:30 every Monday. Come check them out. It's a lot of fun. Very interesting how they do their races. It's all timed events.
The timer almost makes for a better strategy than a lap count.
Yep, their first
Laps
feature.
count can change, but the clocks never do.
Their first feature is 20 minutes, and their second feature is a half hour.
That's exciting.
And to get the overall win, you have to get the most points in between both features.
It's a little bit of a combination of all my favorite styles of racing. Let's take a moment to acknowledge all of these fans that filled the grandstands in a beautiful rainbow of colors.
Which unfortunately
Just to show
only will
up for this.
happen on a sim because people don't like going to New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
No, they don't, but these people do, and we're gonna shout them out.
We're going to get the
Packed
one to go.
grandstands. First sold-out show at New Hampshire since the track probably opened. We even got people standing at the fence.
That's not allowed.
I'll allow it until they start climbing it, and then we're gonna have to throw a yellow.
Be like the gigantic orange inflatable ball.
Chicagoland Tropicana Orange.
Love how I could just bring something up
Qualifying.
and you're like, I know when it happened, I know what happened, I know who's involved.
Dude, if it comes down to NASCAR, I'm here for it.
We're going to get going with just about 15 laps to go. Holy cow.
This race has just flown by, and it's honestly due to how exciting it is. Blake Lotham with a rough restart up on the outside.
Yeah, that's going to allow Tetro to get a little inside lane underneath him. But Lotham trying to put the power down on the outside, trying to make it work. Gonna get a little loose out of turn 2, gonna save it, but he is separating a couple playoff. Ooh, he's gonna get a bump from the 04. Tetro.
Tight battle off turn 4 for second between Tetro and Lotham.
Well, second place doesn't matter when you have a championship contender leading the race, and that is the 65 of Mitch Diamond.
Again, all 3 championship drivers in the top 4. 19 loses it off of turn 2 and gets down the grass.
Yeah, he saved it. We're going to stay green as we're going to have 14 laps to go at the line here. Still side by side for that second position. Diamond putting about a half a second.
Backed out of turn 4. These guys are not giving an inch. They know what's on the line tonight.
They 100% know what's on the line tonight to be Wheels America Cup Series Season 2 champion. Tetro just needs to clear that 59, which he does there. Now he has just about a half a second to Mitch Diamond. This is amazing racing up here.
Edge of your seat.
Uh-oh, Matt Smith.
Are backwards. Looks like he's going to get it straightened out. We're going to stay green.
Wow. That could have been.
I wish that we could get the iRacing officials in NASCAR.
Mitch Diamond holding a 3/4 of a second time over Jeff Tetro. Was about a 10th faster that lap.
I will admit, I was skeptical about this track as a championship track, but this has been phenomenal racing.
It's just an oversized Martinsville. Without a curb on the inside.
I was grown up to think, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, we've got Blake Lotham around in turn 2. Caution is out.
I'm curious if there was any contact between that 59 and the 04 because there's been a couple bumps here and there. But let's see it. Yep, there it is. The 04 just blinks a little bit right there and sends the 59 into the wall hard. Go back and watch it. Big playoff implications here, especially if something happens where the 04 could get an EOL for that.
And even a non-playoff driver, Blake Lotham, just great run tonight. Easy contender for a win. And it's going to be hard to come back, restarting with probably 6 or 7 laps to go.
Well, Mr. Listening to the driver audio, anything being said over there?
Not a whole lot, honestly. I didn't hear any apologies, nothing really. Everybody knows what's on the line, and I don't think anybody's going to apologize whether they were at fault or not.
Well, 1, 2, 3 on the field. It is Mitch Diamond, Jeff Tetro, and Johnathan Wright.
And you wouldn't get a better storyline if we wrote it out.
Here comes Thomas Meeks to take one of his laps back, just putting him 1 lap down now. Well, looks like we're coming to the 1 to go this time by. Do you think we're done with those Those yellow flags?
No, not a chance. If I was a bet man, I'd bet that we see at least one more yellow.
Just one? That's it?
At least one. I don't want to say more, because, again, if I was a betting man, I don't got a whole lot of money to be throwing around on yellow flags.
Oh, I know that feeling. I 100% know that feeling. Everybody, we just have 10 laps to go in the Wheels America Cup Series Season 2. So, with that being said, hit that like button, subscribe to All Star 15 TV. It'll help out the channel very much. But right now, it is go time. Who is going to win the championship for the Wheels America Cup Series? Is it going to be Mitch Diamond in that 65 badass logger scheme, or the 87 of Jeff Tetro in the City Chevrolet Chevy Camaro? Or will it be the 04 of Johnathan Wright in the Ford Mustang badass machine? Who is winning the championship? We are gritting up for possibly the last time tonight.
We're going to go green with 6 to go. Are you going to change your pick from pre-race, or are you going to stick with it?
There's been so much adversity with that 04 of Johnathan Wright, but I'm not going to change because I think he very much can pull it off tonight.
All right.
We're gritting up everybody but one driver on the lead lap tonight. Here we go. Pace car is just about to hit pit road. Mitch Diamond, Jeff Tetro on the front row. Second row is Johnathan Wright, Josh Larson. Here we go. Green flag in the air.
Great jump by the bottom line right there.
And look at this bottom line. Wright going to take that second position away, trying to come up in front of the 87 of Tetro. Is gonna do it.
It's impressive that he made it stick right there.
Has his sights set on the 65 of Mitch Diamond. Gonna run that higher side. Blake Lothan with an issue.
Looks like he backed it into the wall.
Second to last, white and red car on the outside. He's going to get clipped by the 45 of Jesse Erdman, and he's going to completely back it into that wall.
His mind is just falling apart, man. That's heartbreaking.
Well, this should take us all the way to a green-white checkered attempt. All right, everybody, chat is open. Who is winning this race?
I'm going to stick with Mitch Diamond. He was my pick pre-race. I'm going to stick with it now.
Stay tuned after the race for the podium interviews along with the champion interview. Obviously, if the champion is one of the top three, we'll talk to them anyway.
We're going to talk to the championship last, grand finale type deal?
Yep.
Perfect.
Gonna let him stew a little bit. Try to figure out what he wants to say. Maybe he might be crying. Maybe he might already be intoxicated by the time we get to into them.
Hey, I mean, if we've learned anything from Brad K in 2012, man, championship nights, it's crazy in NASCAR. You never know what you're gonna see. Tears, beers, cheers, all of the above, all rhyming words.
Well, it looks like we're going to get one more yellow flag lap.
Now, I'm curious to see. They're only running one green-white checker tonight, so I wonder if this is going to count for it. Honestly, it may just be white checkered.
Well, they do get a one green-white checkered attempt.
League owner Steve Tucker on the radio saying it is going to be a one-lap shootout.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
This is better action than a green-white checker.
Maybe it didn't trigger
great.
the green-white a green-white checkered attempt, is what I'm guessing.
No, we're just getting green checker tonight.
Unless a wreck immediately happens.
Oh, and there's race control chiming in that it is green-white checker. They're going to extend it one lap.
There you go. Makes it a little more fair.
This is our only attempt at a green-white checker. If anything happens, we will get to finish under caution.
Well, I don't want to say what we're about to see is going to be a little beating and banging, but it can very much be a lot of beating and banging.
I sure hope so. They put fenders on these cars for a reason.
Yeah, this ain't no F1. And all three championship contenders are 1, 2, 3, and also from the American Badass Lager team. So, if you're going to win the Nerds Doing Nerd Things 150, you're also going to win the championship. There goes the pace car. And we are green.
Oh, here we go.
Excellent launch by Mitch Diamond into turn number 1. But Jeff Tetro on the inside, the 04 is going to slide it wide. Going to lose a couple positions. Oh, big wreck behind them. Caution is out. And if that is the race, your champion is Mitch Diamond.
I hate to see a race end that way.
White flag out in the air. They're going to collect the pace car, and your champion of the Wheels America Cup Series is going to go to that 65 of Mitch Diamond.
Steve Tucker just came over the driver radio and made it official. The league owner has named the 65 of Mitch Diamond your league champion. Wow.
And that all started with Johnathan Wright getting loose on the top end of turn number 1, a chain reaction causing spins behind. So Simon Grills, you've been with me for 4 races. What are your thoughts on what you've seen from this league?
Honestly, I can't wait for season 3. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to hold off on waiting for more of this Thursday night action. This is just great racing, great race by Mitch Diamond, great comeback by Jeff Tetro. The last 3 races of the season have just been amazing action. It's leaving me speechless. And it looks like the team's all going to celebrate together on the front stretch too.
As they should. Fantastic job all season. They really hit their stride right before we went to the playoffs.
And that's a 1-2-3 sweep.
So, let's talk to the 04. Actually, we are going to talk to all 3 championship drivers and Steve Tucker. But we're going to talk to the 04 Johnathan Wright first as he's burning it down with his teammates. Johnathan Wright, AJ, and Simon in the Nerds Doing Nerd Things broadcast booth. Do you have a copy, pal?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, bud. Not the way you wanted to finish the championship, but unfortunately, very unfortunately, you kind of spun a little bit, kind of backed into the wall for a split second. But, overall, a fantastic season.
Blew it up, fellas.
A fantastic, I don't want to say redemption story, but you guys really hit your stride at Dover and really killed it the rest of the way. Talked about your season and talk about the race tonight.
Yeah, it was good. I got some trouble there earlier. The 59 decided he was going to use me as a brake pedal early in the race, but I kind of had to fight back after that. So, but I got back up there, and then when I had some technical difficulties on my brake pedal system, it locked up on me twice, and I spun it out.
You're not the only person we've heard some brake issues with. I think Mitch Diamond might have had issues with. No, Jeff Tetro was having brake issues.
Yeah, I hit the brake pedal there on that last restart. The one where I spun out and hit the wall on the inside, my brake pedal locked up. And then on that last restart, I hit the brake pedal and it just went to the floor and it's let loose until I hit the wall.
Well, dude, what does it mean to you to have a 1, 2, 3 championship points sweep for your American Badass Racing team?
Oh, man, that's awesome. I'm proud of Mitch, proud of Jeff, proud of myself, proud of the whole team. We come in there and a bunch of Heat boys and come in there and busted some butt and showed them how it was done.
All right,
Came
dude.
up a little short, but at least the teammates got her done.
All right, dude. We'll plug your sponsors and we'll let you go absolutely celebrate with your team.
Yeah, we got the old Badass Lager and the Kid Rock beer and just everybody, all the guys that I grew up, racing with on Heat and come over here to iRacing. They think I forgot them, but I ain't forgot them. Travis Braswell, my brother, and then Andrew Bollender and Matt Offlinger. Josh Larson, he had a hell of a season as well. And we'll go get him next season as well.
All right, brother. Well, can't wait to see you when season 3 starts up in just over a month. Hopefully we go bigger and better for next year.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to miss first couple races, but I'll be there after that.
All right, dude. Well, go celebrate with your teammates. We are going to go talk to our third place finisher tonight, Steve Tucker, before we get to our top 2 drivers. Hopefully he knows.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully he knows we're pulling them.
Hope we put a show.
Oops. Didn't mean to chop him off midway. Steve Tucker finishing third here tonight gets you an interview up here with myself and Simon Grills. What's up, dude?
Yo, what's up, man? Holy crap.
What a great race. And an absolute fantastic race. A lot of battles throughout the whole racetrack tonight, but talk to about how difficult it was out there to pass.
Oh man, it was extremely hard to pass. I mean, it's rough. I had a few mental errors myself early in the race. I spun out, I think actually on the lap before stage 2 and or the flag flew for that. Blake and I were battling pretty hard, man, and I came out of turn 2, I binned it, and I hit the wall and got some pretty severe damage. So that was a pretty big error, obviously, in my part. And then early in the race, I did the same thing essentially, but I spun out, kept it on track, but for some reason, I don't think I was ever sideways, but I kept straight, never stopped, and it brought up the yellow. So that was interesting. But yeah, overall, I climbed my way back to the front many times, and it was definitely hard to pass for sure. I definitely didn't have winning speed. I had top 5 speed, maybe 3rd or 4th, I don't know, but fortunate enough to come out with the top 3. Love that. So, but yeah, congratulations to Mitch Diamond. It wouldn't be a championship race in our league if it didn't go green, white, checkered. So just like last year, so overall good race, a lot of cautions, surprisingly, but at the end of the day, really, really good finish. good race, great season. So definitely a deserving champion in Mitch Diamond. And yeah, season 3 is going to be much bigger and better, and I can't wait, man.
Yeah, we can't wait either. Simon, you got anything for league owner and third place finisher Steve Tucker?
Massive congratulations. Great action, great league that you put together. Great run tonight by you. Congratulations, man. It's a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just glad to give a top 3 for TFR. My teammates couldn't be here today for numerous reasons, but definitely am stoked for that. So kind of broke up the ABR party a bit, but it's all good. So big shout out to our sponsors, obviously Douglas Distributing, and Propane, as well as MK2 Aerospace, Beer Nuts. Just everybody at TFR, man. Such a great team. There's going to be a bit of a shakeup next season for season 3. Obviously, I'll be in kind of stepping out of the car and into the race control / commentary booth and whatnot. So going to be a big change for me, but it's going to be one that's necessary for the league and one that'll definitely make us bigger and better. I mean, personally, my eyes are set on getting as far as the Coke Series, right? I mean, like that's my goal. Maybe not compete with them, but compete similarly alongside them. I think we're well on our way, and I think we've got some things to learn, obviously, and some things to work on. But we're definitely gonna get there. And but yeah, thanks to you guys, thanks to everybody in the league, if they're watching or whatnot. But huge shout out to the drivers and whatnot. Yeah, man, you guys did great today. Thank you so much.
All right, dude. We'll let you go debrief with everybody. You want back in PGR, or do you want to go put somewhere else?
Oh yeah, PGR is fine. Thank you.
All right. Well, Simon Grills, you're going to be interviewing our second place finisher in the championship and in tonight's race, Jeff Tetro. Here you go.
Hey, Jeff Tetro, it's Simon and AJ up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right. Give us a perspective of how the race ended for you tonight real quick.
Well, first off, I'm a little bummed. I about 40, 50 laps ago, if you were talking to me when I was racing, I had a big smile on my face because I had about a 2-second lead and pulling away, and it seemed like anybody can catch me. Well, my buddy Mitch Diamond came back up to the field, and right after that, the show was over. This guy knows this track better than anybody. He's phenomenal here at Loudon, New Hampshire, and it showed today. I did what I could. He got up to the field. He got by me. Blake definitely raced us really. I mean, much respect to him. He raced really hard, but clean. A little bit of rubbing. That's all right. Rubbing's racing. Man, I gave it all I had, and I just came up a little too short. So, congrats to Mitch Diamond on the championship.
Hey, man, second's nothing to sniff at. You were in a great race tonight. Great TV for everybody that was watching for sure. Is there
man, it was
you
hell
want
of a
to
race.
shout out?
I want to take a second to talk about Steve Tucker. He's put on a heck of a league this season this year. He's done a great job, forming everything and doing whatever. And kudos to him to get all these guys in here to race it out and communicate with 130 of us or whatever, and setting this up the way it should be set up. And next year we're hoping to be a little bit better. So I'm happy that he's welcomed us aboard this year, and we're going to be joining for season 3. And also, thank you for broadcasting.
Oh, well, we appreciate it. I know that I'm probably going to put words in his mouth, but we love it up here. We love the action. Looking forward to season 3. What can we expect out of you and the team?
Well, we're going to go back to work, and I think what we want next year is to not take as long to, come together as a team. We're hoping that we can put our resources together and just go out there come Daytona or whatever the first race of the season is, and just put her to her and just pick up where we left off season 2.
Well, thank you very much for giving us a post-race interview. Congrats again on second place. I know you wish it was first, but second's nothing to sniff at. Top 3 team sweep, that's really impressive.
Hey, we put on a heck of a show, so that's what we really wanted, and we're hoping we could have won green there and could have got a little exciting, but it's just how it goes. So, thank you again, AJ and Simon.
Alrighty, so that was the 87 driver of Mr. Jeff Tetro, rounding out second place in the point standings. Let's hear from our new champion.
You ready? Here we go. Here is the 65 of Mitch Diamond. Mitch Diamond, AJ Capola, and Simon Grills in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you guys, loud and clear.
Well, you did it. You 100% did it. You are the Season 2 champion of the Wheels America Cup Series. Your initial reaction to being able to call yourself a champion in this league, what is it?
Man, I haven't even really thought about that yet. I just, where my head was at was when we had that green-white checker, I had both the guys behind me, my teammates that were both running for the championship with me, and I'm thinking, all right, where are they going to pull the bump and run, and what am I going to do to defend it? That last caution come out, and I was like, thank God. But man, what a race though. That's everybody raced so hard today. We were aggressive from the drop of the green flag, and it was just a lot of fun. That's all my teammates. That's where our fun level is, when we're racing door to door and really hard, and we just don't talk much when we do that, and that's just when we're having a great time.
Yeah, it was an absolute pleasure to watch you guys race tonight. And, you know, it was anybody's game all race long. What do you think you had underneath that car that gave you that little extra bump to win the race tonight?
I thought I had the long run consistency. JD was pretty good too on the long runs. But once we got about 30 laps into a run, I could really leave everybody if I was out front. And that's where I thought my strength was. And then at the end, just being out front was really, really what helped out a lot there. And then hats off to Blake in the 59 there. We ran a pretty aggressive race there. That was a lot of fun racing him. And I dumped the 19 once, so I apologize to him there. I thought I was under him, but I don't know if it was or not, if we crossed lines. But just a really aggressive race, a lot of fun. Real happy for ABR and all my guys, and we all practice together all the time. We have a good time doing it too. So we just got a lot to celebrate tonight. Finished 1, 2, 3, and thank you to Steve and the league and all the guys we raced with all year. It was a lot of fun. It was a rewarding experience for sure.
Well, I hope we can see you back in the Season 3 in just about a month. But once again, congratulations on your championship tonight. Hopefully they give you a nice patch for that vehicle for from now on. But, you know, got any last words about New Hampshire winning the championship or heading off to next season?
Well, it means a lot, you know, because I won a couple championships on PlayStation. I made the Pro League on Xbox in 2020. And then it's my first year over here in iRacing. So to be able to pick up a championship here, it's really a lot different. It's more detailed. And it kind of, I don't know, it just feels good to get one and get it out of the way. It's real tough competition all year long. But we're going to be ready for next year. And we're going to go shotgun some beers now.
There you go. Shoot. I want some beer.
Yeah, pass it on over. Tag us into the celebration, man.
Man, if I could text one to you, I would.
All right, brother. Well, I can say... Jeez, scared the crud out of me, guys. Party in the victory lane right now here in Loudoun, New Hampshire. Jeff Tetro and Johnathan Wright just jumped in the chat, covering Mitch Diamond apparently on their monitor of beer.
Virtual beer.
Top
And these are my buddies here. We go test it.
The first Budweiser is almost gone, AJ.
Oh, Jesus.
I told Jeff, I said, we need to jump in there and just bomb Mitch's interview.
Well, you know, we never got a chance to get us all in here in the beginning. I know you want to talk about that, or you wanted to have us coming before the race. So it didn't work out that way, but we're here now. So
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
AJ, did you catch
you
that
know.
burnout at the end?
yes, we did.
Oh,
It's on stream, all
That's-
3.
That was
That's
sweet,
the
wasn't it?
American badass burnout right there.
Yeah. Next year, we're going to tell Steve to name the entry fee for the league the ABR Championship Fund.
Oh yeah.
Already throwing shots, getting ready for next season. We're talking
Oh, yeah.
with all 3 championship drivers, Jeff Tetro, Johnathan Wright, and champion Mitch Diamond. Well, boys, it was a fantastic last couple weeks. You guys really turned it up after the Dover International Speedway race. I think Johnathan Wright made that comment of, we're hitting our stride at the perfect time, and you guys 100% did. Well, we got to close down shop, though, but anybody want to throw out some last words before we send it off and see you guys at the
Yeah.
beginning of season number 3?
Thank you guys so much for what you do. Really cool. And you guys do a great job, and we appreciate talking to you.
It's a lot.
And thank you thank you. And I apologize to Steve for wrecking him earlier. Blake, I don't apologize to him. He wrecked me first. But y'all, good job.
But good luck, Blake, in 2 weeks. I think he goes to Gateway in a truck.
Well, you guys weren't supposed to say anything on air, but
Oh, well, you shouldn't have told us, Blake.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
we'll
Hi,
just
Oops is right.
zoop-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo, nothing happened here. Hi, everybody.
There
Bye,
you go.
everybody. All right, everybody.
Well, great run by you 3. Congratulations on the team sweep. Congratulations on the top 3. Great burnouts, phenomenal burnouts. I think best sim burnout I've ever seen.
Thanks,
So
Simon.
shout out to y'all.
Yep.
Can't wait for season
Yeah,
3
thank you,
on my
Simon.
end.
And we're going back-to-back next season. Calling it now.
All right, let's see it. Bring it on.
10-4.
All right, guys. For All-Star 15 TV, Extreme Sim TV, and everything associated with my channel and the Wheels America Cup Series, Mitch Diamond wins your Wheels America Cup Series champion along with the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast 150. New episode does drop tomorrow. It is the Sonic the Hedgehog episode. Go listen to it. It's a lot of fun. It's my show, actually, but, go have fun with it. We're going to say goodnight, and we will see you Monday for the Pony Express Open Wheel for Amateurs and the
Woo!
Extreme Forces Racing League, their ARCA division. Doubleheader Monday nights return this week. You all have a good one.
Good night, America.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join Nerds Doing Nerd Things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.